Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well and having a really great day. In this video, I want to change the firmware on all of these iPollo mini miners. Apparently, there's a new firmware update that will fix the reporting issue on some mining pools. Well, the one I'm having issue with is on Ethermine, and I've also been having some weird other issues in like the web GUI and some missing names, and like the hash rate graphs are all weird and stuff. But recently, you guys probably just saw the video I just did yesterday where I changed out all of these stock power supplies from iPollo. They come normally in these dual 6 pins that go into a laptop style brick power supply. And you guys saw here that I replaced all of them with these GP Risers 8-pin splitters that goes into a 8-pin to 6-pin cable, which is a parallel miner 16 gauge cable into a parallel miner X11 breakout board, and then a 1200 watt HP server PSU running on 240 volts. So nice and efficient, because I was running these before on 120 volt. And so just to give you guys an update, it's been running great now for more than a day. Haven't had any burns or anything, and they're all just mining successfully, no problem, including the Loyaltech YM200, which I also converted using a parallel miner 6-pin to 6-pin PCIe cable going into there. But the clip was completely fine there. And I forgot to mention, yeah, I had to take off all the clips on the GP Risers 8-pin in order to go through and just get in right away, because the clip was in the way. There's like a part here that it was too skinny in order to put like a regular PCIe cable into. Anyways, I'm gonna go into the computer and I'm gonna just show you guys how to get the firmware and also update these iPollos. It's pretty easy. So I'll see you guys in the computer. Watom.io. Watom is a complete Bitcoin mining solutions provider and the largest distributor of Bitcoin mining equipment in the United States. Watom has got all your mining needs covered by offering everything from the latest ASIC miners to mobile mining containers and power transformers, as well as complete hosting services and full facility buildouts. Their team of over 100 mining experts has got you covered by offering exceptional customer service. They also offer installment payment plans, which makes getting into Bitcoin mining or scaling your existing mining operations that much easier. Link down below to watom.io/RPM. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to update the firmware for your iPollo V1 Mini Classic, or your Mini Classic Plus Wi-Fi, or the V1 Mini Wi-Fi. So these are 3 different models that I all have that are hopefully this new latest firmware from iPollo is going to fix a few things, such as the reporting issue on Ethermine, as well as the graphs that are showing on the web GUI. It's sometimes kind of weird and all that kind of stuff. And then also, I believe it fixes some fan issues as well. So I'm just going to go through, show you guys how to update the firmware. It's pretty easy, but first you have to go to the iPollo.com website, and then you're going to go to support button here, and you're going to go firmware download and go to V series firmware. Click on that, and then now you're going to click on the floppy disk V1 firmware. Simply click on that, and it should show up to save it in your downloads folder or wherever you want, and hit save. So once that is done downloading, you'll want to extract the file that you just downloaded. So you simply have to go to your downloads folder, and then you're going to go right click that file that you just downloaded and go to whatever extraction software you have. I like 7-zip, it's nice and free. And then I like to extract to, and then to a folder, okay? And that's going to go to a folder right here. You're going to double click on that. Double click into the next folder, and you should see the latest firmware 6583. Okay, this firmware right here is going to be the one that we are going to upload to each of the iPollo miners. Okay, so let's do that right now. Very easy. Let's do the iPollo Mini Classic Wi-Fi first. This is the 130 or 140 megahash version, 104 watts. It shows 148 right now, but that changes all the time. But you can see my current firmware is 46.49, and the name doesn't show up here, so that might be a glitch. But anyways, we're going to go to firmware upgrade tab on the left side here. Then we're going to go to upgrade new firmware. We're going to go flash image. We're going to go to browse. Then you'll want to go into the folder that you just extracted. Okay, go into here, go into there. And then you're going to click on the 65.83. That is the latest version firmware. that should work on these iPollos. Then we're going to hit upload, and it's going to start uploading the file. And then you may get a prompt to, I think, save the current settings, which I found that doesn't do anything. It actually just resets the whole thing to default anyway, even though it asks you that it wants to, if you want to keep the same settings. I found that it doesn't keep the same settings. Right here, keep settings and retain the current configuration. So I'm going to just click that, and we'll see if that actually works. I don't think it will, but we're going to hit continue. And it's going to go through and start flashing now. So I'm just going to quickly do that on the rest of my iPollos here. And I also want to show you guys the before and after results. Okay, I'm just going to quickly upload. And we're going to do that. But before that goes, I just want to show you on Ethermine. Okay, so this, I have a few tests here that I'm doing. So here I have the iPollo V1 Mini Classic. This is just the 130 megahash version. Showing 146 right now. But the issue here is on reported on Ethermine, it doesn't show the reportage, only shows 16.7. So hopefully this firmware update should fix that for the reporting on Ethermine. And also, yeah, that's basically it. And then as well as we go with my other iPollos here, the iPollo Mini Plus 01, 02, 03, because I have 3 of these. You can see the current hash rate, the valid shares, but the reported is only 16.7. So that's an issue, as well as the iPollo V1 Mini minis, the Ethereum ones. Right now they're mining Ethereum, but you can see they don't even have their name or the reported hash rate as well. So hopefully this should fix the issue on these iPollos as well. So I'm just going to make sure this is good. We're going to hit continue. So guys, I'm going to come back and we're going to see the results. If it works on Ethermine, if it changed the names here for my ETH minis, as well as the reported for the iPollo Mini Classic Pluses, and also the Mini Classic, the regular one. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, here is the iPollo V1 Mini Classic Wi-Fi. It's on the latest version now, 65.83. Looks like it's doing well. And on the mining pool, on Ethermine, it's showing now the reported hash rate. So that is successful. The current hash rate is good there as well. Now, let's go to my iPollo V1 Mini Classic Pluses. I have all 3 of them here, and looks like they're all getting generally the same hash rate. You can see the firmware 65.83 on all 3 of them, and now it shows up on Ethermine, and you can see here, it shows up as the reported hash rate now. But funny thing, it only shows 260. But look at the current hash rate, 296, 282, 285, and I think that's pretty relevant to the web GUI here on some of my Classic Pluses here. So that's kind of weird. Only shows 260, so I'm not sure if that's a glitch or maybe a fake thing. And actually, one thing I want to point out, it's perfect number 130 megahash on Ethermine on the iPollo Classic. Okay, so that might be fake as well. Okay, but going along, my iPollo V1 Minis, the Ethereum ones are now latest version as well, 65.83. And looking on Ethermine, it did not work. It still shows as default here. So yeah, there's no different name. I gave them a name. Each of them has a different worker name, and it only shows up on default on Ethermine. So it looks like the latest firmware did not work. The reported hash rate does not work, as well as my Jazz miner and my Loyaltech YM200. So that didn't work. It's the same thing as before. Here's a screenshot of the one default for the older firmware version. As well, looking at my Mini Pluses, look at the older screenshot here. You can see the reported of 16.7 is now 260. So anyways, I guess, I don't know if that's a fix. It actually seems kind of fake now that I think about it. You guys can let me know. And as well as my Mini Classic was 16.7 as well. But now it's 130. Okay, so I'm going to say overall though, the web GUI, it didn't fix my name here. And the hash rate, it's still 146. I think that's good. But overall, I don't know. It feels mentally, it feels like it's better, but it didn't fix it for the V1 Mini Ethereum miners. It still says default here for mine and no reported. So anyways, that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to show you. I'm sure they're going to have another firmware update for these. It seems like they're making them every week. And so, yeah, pretty easy to just go to their website, go to the support page, firmware download, V series, or if you have the B series or G series, you just download this V1 firmware. Pretty easy. And oh, I forgot to talk about the tool under the firmware download. This here, the show IP, is very handy just so that you can, when you click the IP report button, then it'll show the exact IP address when you have the show IP software open as you click the IP report button in front of the iPollo miner so that you can get the IP address instead of using like your router or advanced IP scanner. Show IP, it's nice and easy. All right, my friends, I think that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about the iPollo firmware and if you had better reported hash rates on different pools. This is just on Ethermine for myself. And yeah, pretty interesting result here, but hey, it's better than nothing. Still works on Ethermine for now, as well as the ETH1 mini, except for the name here and default. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.